Hurry up. Set up the equipment.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta do this really fast.
What's that, DM? You're awful. What's the arrow?
No.
I don't know anymore.
No,
Okay, podcast is over.
We gotta do our intro.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Okay, let's calm down, take a breather. Okay. Durtle, Durtle, Durtle podcast.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Dirk and Durtle podcast. My name is Durtle.
And I am the Dirk.
And you are our very honored guest in listening to this brand new podcast for the Cry of the or Lost in the or Lands of the Beastlands series. Dirk, we've got some really interesting things that took place in our last episode, and I think today's podcast will definitely resemble that.
Yes, quite a lot is going on in the last episode. I didn't know which emotion to feel. I was happy, I was sad, I was scared, I was terrified, I was epic, and I was all the emotions in between.
There was so much that happened in this episode. It was almost like it filled in the gaps of prior adventures and just exciting things on the horizon.
It reminds me of a soap opera I once watched. Savagery of Our Lives.
Oh, that was a good soapbox opera.
It was.
My favorite character was all the children who ended up losing their lives.
Mine was the hour. What?
And what's on our program for today?
Well, we got What's That DM? What the Arrow? Top 5 ways to escape from prison if you're ever found in it. And we have a guest speaker showing up at the end. But we don't know when he's gonna get here, so let's hope we can do everything else.
Oh no!
Is he calling
There's
me?
that stupid crow playing the stupid xylophone again.
No!
Get out of here, crow. Okay, so let's start with What's That DM? So, yesterday's adventure, we stood in the rain for 1 hour.
It was thundering. My fur is wet.
And I had a brand new piece of armor. I didn't want it to get rugged and ruined, and I bought it at Salmon's Run, and lo and behold, stood in the rain 1 hour, and what did the DM say? Sorry guys, there's no excuse. See? Even it agrees with me. There's no excuse. But whatever the reason might be, I'm pretty sure if I would try to ask for a specific reason, I'd probably be put in my place. And then I'd be crying, and then I'd be like, I'm so ingratituitous. And I probably should have been more considerate of the DM. You know, he has a heart too.
He does?
Yes, he does. He has showed us many times by almost killing us and sparing mercy by definitely killing us.
That's not mercy, Turtle. That's straight up, I'm gonna kill you.
Nope, that's mercy.
That's rage.
Nope, that's definitely mercy.
The dark side is flowing.
My
Strong
burnt,
with
charred
this one.
book from this god I'm trying to learn about definitely told me that's mercy. Then again, the definition for mercy is kind of charred in half and it goes to another page. Might be a problem with that.
Is that the page that there's a beautiful girl, like half her dress is there, and then the other half's like this terrifying monster that just came out of the dark?
Oh no, that's not it at all. That's a different book. That's actually The Little Workshop of Horrors. It's a very terrifying book.
They kept reading it to me at the Goblin Academy.
But speaking of the DM and half girls and half monsters, it reminds me of a time when I was out in the middle of the field and there was this little child in the distance. His name was Frank, and I talked to Frank and I was like, what are you doing out here? This is no place for a child. And he said, well, actually, I've been sent from some guy named DM, and I'm on an adventure and on a quest. And I looked at the child and I said, isn't there an age limit for these kind of adventures? And he said, no, the DM doesn't care. And all of a sudden there was a giant monster that came out. There was a girl riding on top of it and ate the child right up right there. And a voice in the sky said, game over. So I've got some issues with this DM.
That's terrible.
It's terrifying, I know. But that's that segment. What is our main focus for today?
So we got the 5 top reasons to escape from prison, which we somehow, someway found our way into last session. But these helpful 5 tips will get you out of prison no matter what.
And if you follow them, you're guaranteed to probably either 1, escape, or 5 ways of how to get caught.
Or die.
Yes.
Horribly.
So, number 1, how to escape jail is...
set up a fake you and sneak out.
Now, people do this all the time on some of the giant social gathering shops in the villages, or even in other towns, or you might find a little merchant on the side of a trail. You might find people who just stand there, and they stare. And you try to talk to them, and they don't say anything, and it's really weird. And then you turn to your right, and it turns out there's a person just like them, and they're talking to you and said, "Huh, gotcha, didn't I? Huh? That's my fake account right there." And
hey Durtle, I see you got my cardboard cutout.
What?
Hold on, let me move it.
Who have I been talking to this whole time? There's been conversation going back and forth.
What? No, that's cardboard. You can't talk to that.
I am so confused. This must be a voice in the sky thing.
Going to number 2.
What?
Pee on the same bar for days?
Oh, okay. So I saw this in a book one time. There was a dog, and he was in prison, and he peed on the same bar for 35 years. Turns out the prisoners took advantage of that dog pee, broke the bar in 2, tried to escape, but they were too big. Just didn't work.
I don't think pee is good enough to be able to break iron bars.
Well, I think it depends on your species. Some people have a higher acidic rate in their urine than other species.
How acidic you gotta be to get through metal bars?
I mean, worst comes to worst, if you've got acid in your blood, you could probably, cut off your arm and bleed all over it. It'll definitely work.
It's like, in that case, just pee on the floor. You'll break through any day.
You know, that's actually possible. If there's a dirt drain somewhere in that cell, you could probably pee a hole through it.
That's too acidic. That's too... That's like if everything was replaced with acid.
So just make sure whenever you're stretching in your prison cell, just make sure to lift that leg up and give it a whirl. So, number 3, how to escape prison.
Say you're innocent. I know my rights.
So, if you want to play the guilt card on the jailers, you can always put both hands on the bars, scream intentionally, angrily, and make your face go red. Don't cut yourself, but make your face go red. And say, I know the law, and this is unjustified.
Plus, usually when you get arrested, they tell you anything you can say will be used against you, and then I'll be like, no! Everything you say will be used against you!
And you've hurt
with my fury!
And you've hurt my feelings. And I'm really sad. And you're making me more sad.
I'm really depressed.
And really try to emphasize the emotional drama. Like, if you can hire a little violin player and a bass player and maybe some bass players, they might be able to play some dramatic, like... As you're like, I know my rights, and you're violating all of them. In the name of what? Demons?
I've even got a guy that's peeing on a bar in here. Get him out!
There's a dead skeleton in here. This place is unsanitary. There's all kind of excuses you can give, but just make sure you might just want to play the wimpy card sometimes. So, number 4.
Hey, Durtle.
What?
I'm a necromancer.
What?
Look at me playing with a skeleton.
You don't know where that's been.
On the ground.
I thought it was in the air. Did we take a picture of this? Wait, how'd you find that in here? We're not in a prison.
Number 4.
How to escape jail cell prison places?
Lay everyone to rest or play dead.
Okay, now we're not talking about lay them down to sleep and sing them a nice little lullaby. We're talking about put that sword through their heart.
No.
Each and every one. Actually, you could probably make some kind of chemical mixture not to kill them. We've talked about that before. But just one that might temporarily hypo them. Put them down. Not in the sense of a very rapid I can't... What's in this drink?
It almost takes nothing at all to just go to them and just say, here, I have something for you. Would you like to snack on my dagger? Eat it! Eat the metal!
Oh, dagger!
Eat the
Oh,
metal!
bad dreams! Bad dreams! Oh, Dirk, I had a nightmare. I thought someone was about to stab me with an alligator tooth.
What? No! No! It's just a skeleton.
Oh my goodness, where are we? Oh, we're in a podcast. Okay, that was number 4, whatever that was. Okay, number 5, how to escape a prison cell.
Onions.
Onions.
Yep, onions.
Okay, how does
There's
that work?
layers to this plan.
Okay, take me one layer at a time.
Alright, so, it's lunchtime. Of course it's lunchtime.
I am hungry.
They're making taco meat surprise Tuesday.
What's a taco?
I don't really know, but it's yummy.
I know what a tuca is.
What?
Tuca.
What's a tuca?
It's a little round shell that you put meat into it, and then you stuff it with all kind of vegetables and seasonings.
That's kind of what a taco is.
No, and instead of eating it, you feed other people. A tuco. Or a tuca.
Anyways, so when you get the lunch surprise, you take the onions and you hide it under your bed very well. And you keep hiding it till eventually you get enough onions. And then you make yourself a knife out of whatever bones you may possibly find around.
Or with your own dagger that they allowed to let you have, because you do have the rights to have one weapon in a prison cell. It's in the law.
They gave that one guy one bullet and one gun. He shot the guard instantly and ran away.
I thought they just gave the guy a piece of string and a bullet and said, don't abuse this. And he slingshot them.
He still escaped, though. Anyways, so you collect enough onions. Then you chop up the onions. The guards will start tearing up. Their eyes will be swelling up with water. They'll be, wiping their tears. And as they're wiping their tears, you escape.
The only problem with this particular plan is when you make them cry, you too are crying.
It's beautiful! I'm escaping! Beauty!
It makes it really hard to escape from this particular plan, let alone you're still locked in a cell. So it's, I don't even know how this works. I guess we've not gotten to that layer quite yet.
What do you mean? I used it all the time.
What?
How do you think I escaped the last one?
How do you think I escaped? I had to go use the restroom and
Onions.
I even got out my own handcuffs.
See my onions? Smell them.
That's gross.
Smell
That's
it!
your armpit, dude.
Smell it!
I don't want to
Onions!
smell it. That's disgusting. You're a wonderful goblin.
Wow, that's like rotten onions. Ooh. Ooh. I need to find some flowers or herbs or.
That's my kind of lunch.
Anybody got Sasquatch soap?
Okay, so if you find yourself locked in a prison cell, use any 5 of these and you're almost guaranteed to do something dumb. So, going to our next segment, what the arrow?
Who in their right mind carries a card fortress around in a place like this?
Oh my goodness, so this past episode was fantastic. There were a couple of surprises in it that you'll have to listen to the episode to find out. But turns out we ended up buying 3 rhinos, very big creatures. And along with this rhino, we actually got this drill-looking tree thing. I don't know why or how we're going to use this, other than we might be able to cut down trees and sell them for gold and lumber. I just realized that. We could become lumber goblins.
I'm kind of going with Todier's plan. He said to put turrets all up on it, and I'm totally down for that.
Dude, we could shoot arrows from it, but then our rhinos are going to be in danger. Well, anyways, this cart is like 20 feet by 10. It's like a giant little house that
It
moves.
is a literal truck bed.
I mean, think of the possibilities. You could have a moving rock concert. You could build a hotel. You could actually store yourself as a fortified fortress. But then again, the rhinos can't get on it. They'll break it. But we got 3 of them. So while they're charging aimlessly at our enemies, we're just firing all around. However, what it might do is considerably slow down our travel speed. Just a little bit, but we'll most definitely be a fortified moving fortress.
I am literally looking forward to all the difficulty we're going to be having with this thing.
We're supposed to travel across the Beastlands, and I don't know how we're going to do it with this, other than
We might as well announce our presence.
some of us are going to be lounging, others are going to be riding, like me, as the rhino leader. So there's definitely some new dynamics that have taken place, and I really thought, because a magical bow costs 12,000 to 120 something thousand gold, and a rhino only cost 1,000. What? Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Why would I not buy that? That's a deal. I mean, basically what you said was, hey, I don't want you to burden your feet anymore. I want you to burden others. In fact, 12 others. I want you to burden these rhinos. And I said, you know what? I fell in love. I love you, Duke. Love you, Duchess. Love you, Daisy. I'm really hungry.
Do you need a moment?
It was just so beautiful.
See, it's the onions.
But who
They're
in the
taking
world
effect.
comes up with a cart this big? What do we do? Literally, we could make this a profitable business. Get the money back for what I spent on the rhinos and what you're spent in sacrificing for this. And I mean, literally, it was just a bunch of guys thinking, going, you know what? Whatever. Let's do this. That sounds like a man's decision right there.
Alright, if they come through, I don't want to hear... What?
Why?
Who are you? What are you doing in my tent?
Hello, Mr. Bear.
Oh, hi!
Uh,
We're doing our podcast.
yeah.
What on earth is a podcast?
It's kind of like a recording thing. I tried to do it in the jail cell, but the people wouldn't actually interact with this.
What are you Get out of my tent!
No, so this goes across the Beastlands. This actually will increase your fame and reputation, and also will help bring in travelers into your home. So we send this out once a week, all throughout the Beastlands and to other territories beyond the Beastlands. And there's pretty good reviews. We've actually become quite famous. For instance, in our email, it says from HP Rios, hey guys, really enjoyed the episode last week. Definitely enjoyed being the DJ with this guitar and kazoo and saxophone. I'm one of your greatest fans and really hope that maybe one day I'll get to take another great adventure of my own. Signed, XOXO, Darius.
Oh, Darius has been on the show.
No, he's not been on it.
Oh.
But he sent us a dove mail.
Oh, I see. What do you do on a podcast?
Well, that's easy. You just talk about things that's going on with the Beastlands, like we are. We're just talking about our last adventures, how you kind of like throw us in jail and whatnot.
And you let me go when I pooped.
Indeed. Okay. Well, what do you want to know?
Okay, so, there is...
Do you like onions?
What? Onions? Get that out of here. That's just your armpit.
Oh, you look so cute when you cry.
What else do you want to know?
Well, why don't you give us a little bit of an insight of maybe something you would tell adventurers or travelers in their journeys across the Beastlands? In your experience, what do you think would be a number one tip for traveling the Beastlands?
Oh, always watch your back. There's so many numerous ambushes lying in wait, whether they be the trapdoor spiders that are hiding throughout the forest or the
Oh,
desert.
I ran away from one.
You know what I'm talking about, then.
I do. I'm too fast for it.
And trust me, we've had a few surprises come out from that.
Oh, that's why it's called Surprise Spider.
Those onions are getting really strong.
You know, Dirk, I really can't see.
I can't see
And
either.
I'm probably gonna trip up. Oh! Oh, Dirk! It's got me!
It's on my...
We are experiencing some technical difficulties right now. Please listen to the famous Monks of the Moth Grove.
Okay, we just had some technical difficulties there.
My everything hurts.
And that's all that we have for the Dirk and Durtle podcast. My name is Dirk,
And I'm Dirk.
and that's here in the Beastlands.
Get out of my tent!